Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Tonight, we pay honor to the grand old man of Michigan high school football, Curtis Field, home of the Petoskey Northmen for 88 years, since 1927. And more on some more controversy that has arisen in the last year that the Petoskey Fighting Northmen will take the field at that hallowed ground. Plus, Joe Pardini joins us to break down college football. We're going through the top 25 and anything else we can think of. That's going to be a long segment. If you've joined us last week, Joe is one of our contributors, and we'll be back on a weekly basis, especially when we head into the football season. But for now, and then later on tonight, stick around for all you late night folks. Danny Blaze, and we never know what's going to happen there. And she told me what she was going to talk about tonight, but I forgot. But she'll be in here in a little bit to bring us up to speed. So stick around. It's going to be a good show, folks. 30 years ago, I graduated high school. Oh, my God, I'm old. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and well, you're on the air.
Is your wife wicked hot? Or is she just cold? Do you just want to take a hot shower? Call Savino Mechanical for all your heating, hot water, and cooling needs. Savino Mechanical has been servicing Greater Boston and Southern New Hampshire for over a quarter century. Quality 24-hour service, reasonable rates, satisfaction guaranteed, licensed and insured. And remember, at Savino Mechanical, we are not comfortable until you are. Call Savino Mechanical today at 1-855-624-4280. That's 1-855-624-4280. Savino Mechanical.
Hey, Joe Rocks. It's Louis Avis, straight from Chi-Town. Call and talk about our website, www.hotsaucevault.com. We got everything you can think of out there, Joe. The hottest hot sauces, not for wimps, mild, medium sauces. We got barbecue sauces, snacks, some of our gift ideas and gag gifts that you can go out and check us out at www.hotsaucevault.com. Hope to talk to you again on your radio show. Kick-ass show. Had a great time last week. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care, Joe. hotsaucevault.com.
Are you ready to take your webpage to the next level? Go to icegram.com and download for free all the tools you will need to enhance your webpage content for potential customers, clients, or fans. Capture leads, call your audience to action, skyrocket conversation and engagement with action bars, pop-ups, toast notifications, message boxes, overlays, and sidebars. Head on over to icegram.com for your free download. That's icegram.com. Bottom line, you'll love it.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Armed Radio Global presents its new 2015 Talk at Night lineup.
Mondays 8 p.m. Eastern, Spot On with Lino and Tom.
Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. Mondays and Fridays 10 p.m. Eastern.
On Tuesdays, Talk Time with Val 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by High Five at 10 p.m. Eastern with Johnny and Mikey.
Wednesdays On the Air with Mike Allen 10 p.m. EST, and Thursdays Night Talk with Joe Rocks 10 p.m. Eastern.
Join the talk now on Ustream TV. Replays on Spreaker. Exclusively on Armed Radio Global.
Now, back
back to some ass-kicking shiznat from Nullsoft Shoutcast.
Hi, welcome back to the show. Write these numbers down. You're going to need them. 512-539-0357 if you're in the local Texas area. If you're outside that area, you can give me a call at 866-225-5401 or tweet me at Twitter at Mike Allen _OTA. Hashtag that bad boy, Armed Radio, so we can basically chat. And I'll read your tweets live on the air. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by thehotsaucevault.com. I've got to go to the website. I'm a big purveyor of hot sauce. Love the hot sauce. Hot sauce is good. So, okay. Let me clear my mind here. I'm getting old. You know, this weekend I'm heading back to Petoskey, Michigan, where I graduated high school back in 1985. I know, I'm old. I got it. I'm old. You'll have to rub that in. So way back in 1985, I was the 100th graduating class through Petoskey High School, and of course, as any young man did back in those days, if you were able, you played football. My time as a football player at Petoskey from 1981 to 1984, my own personal abilities were not that good. But I had a good time playing, and one of the highlights of my life, of course, was to play for the longtime head football coach, Barry Aspenleiter, who was my father. So it was kind of neat to play for him. Plus, I grew up, we moved to Petoskey when I was 3 from Scottville, and he took over the head coaching position there and taught math for a very long time at Petoskey, and I grew up around the Petoskey High School football team, the Fighting Northmen, in the blue and white, and it was ingrained, and that was what you did. So when I got older, in the middle school, I was a ball boy, then ran balls, managed or helped the manager and running balls in and off the field and helping with practice. And then when I got into high school, I was kind of small. My freshman year, I practiced with the JV, but I was kind of getting the snot kicked out of me because I was small. I wasn't that good. I didn't really grow in stature. I didn't grow big until my junior to senior year, and then my senior year, I don't think I left the field. And I don't think that's because I was necessarily good. I think there was just not a lot of guys on the team. I think we had like 35 guys on the team. And as far as talent went, we were kind of thin. But we had fun, and we played hard, and I got to play for my dad, and that was kind of cool. And we played our games on Curtis Field. And Curtis Field is located kind of outside of town, a bend in the Bear River in the industrial park, or then industrial park. And, it's weird because even as a young man playing football for the Northmen back then, it didn't seem odd that the stadium was so old. The stadium, the history of the stadium, I got on Google today and I was trying to find a bunch of information about the history of Petoskey High School, the history of the stadium, and such, and, it's really kind of hard to find. It's not that easy to find anything about the history of Petoskey High School, or just in general. It was very frustrating. How can I put this? There's just not too many places to go. There's not many resources available to find the history of Curtis Field. I do know this. I do know that it was donated to the Petoskey School District in 1927. The land was. But prior to that, the track and field was run at the Emmett County Fairgrounds, and that's off of 131 heading out of town towards Charlevoix. I don't know. I could not find out. And if somebody knows, call in. 866-225-5401. If somebody's listening right now and has some more information, I did a report on the history of Petoskey schools when I graduated back in 1985, but I couldn't find. I can only go from memory. I do know that the schools were brought together in 1885. They were a majority of the schools. The majority of the students back then were made up of Native Americans from the surrounding area, the Ottawa tribes from the surrounding area. That's how they got their mascot, which is an Ottawa Brave. And they were called the Northmen because that's what the Ottawa tribes were called by other tribes. Those were the Northmen. Those were the guys that were up north Michigan. So that's kind of how they got their nickname and their start. And I know that back when football was still kind of young, some of the first teams were in the early 1900s, again, mostly Indians, and they were kicking the snot out of everybody. Now, this may be wrong, but I remember that there was a 4 or 5 year period where they never lost a game, and they outscored their opponents 300-0. Somebody can confirm that or send me a tweet or something on Facebook. Please do. But in 1927, the Curtis family, who owned Curtis Wire, one of the big businesses in Petoskey back then, donated the field, which is sandwiched between the railroad tracks and the Bear River, in a very small parcel of land, kind of out of the way, really. And that's when they started playing there, 88 years ago. Now, a lot has happened. In the 88 years, we've had some undefeated teams. There was one in the 40s, and then in 1952 they went 7-0, and then in 1974 they went 9-0, and were the Michigan Huron Shores district champions. Of course, they won the championship again the next year and went 8-1. And then from then on, it was just kind of we had some good years and had some bad years. But through it all, it was Curtis Field. You'd show up in the big poured concrete bleachers. I remember helping my father clean out the dressing rooms. Let's say locker rooms. Well, there weren't really lockers in the locker rooms. It was kind of a shelf and a hook. But the home side used to be on the, I want to say it's going to be the south end of the stands, and then it was moved to the north end of the stands, I think my sophomore year, and they redid the whole varsity locker room with nice wooden lockers, and I had my own locker with a little name tag. I think my mom still has the name tag at home somewhere of my number and stuff, and it was kind of cool. And we'd come out of the locker room, and we'd go past the concession stand onto the field. Very small. I know it a lot of good memories. Natural grass turf. Boy, when it rained, when it got cold, first it'd rain and it'd turn into mud, and then it'd freeze. So you'd be playing on uneven concrete. But it was well kept up and nice green grass. I marched on it as a marching band, and the marching band is a tuba player for Carl Bryan. And I played on it for my father, Coach Barry Aspenleiter, for many years. It was just a lot of fun. And very cool. But I put something together here. I'm going to go ahead and read it. I was going to try to go off the cuff, but I might get emotional. But there's just a lot of memories. A lot of people have a lot of memories from that field because it's been around for so long. It's like the constant, the comforting. That friend of yours that you always know he's going to be there, and you always know he's going to be ready to go. And every fall, you'd show up and you'd park wherever you could park, out on the street or in the back, and you'd go up into the stands and sit down on those on the 2x8 planks that had to be replaced quite regularly because of all the track. During track season, all the kids would go up there with their cleats and walk along the wood so they wouldn't walk on the concrete and nub their cleats down. So there's just all full of cleat marks. And I got a couple of splinters. And so you bundled up in the fall, and it'd get cold near the end of the season, and played in snow and sleet. I remember one game we played in snow, and there was snow on the field, and they didn't have enough. They couldn't get the snow off the field, so they just did the yard lines. So we were out there in the snow, and what great memories. But like anything else, it comes to an end. So I'm going to go ahead and read this, and hopefully I can get through it. I wrote it a little earlier, and I want to make sure I get all this out. And if I get a little emotional, I think you'll understand. In 1927, the Petoskey Fighting Northmen started playing the football and running track meets at Curtis Field. Named for the family that donated the land to the school, the stadium has hosted the football squad, and in later years, boys and girls soccer along with track and field. For many years, the Petoskey Relays was a must-attend event for the surrounding schools. And that's where it ends. No other information could I find on the internet concerning the storied venue. Somebody needs to get on that. Hell, I might even get on that, but we need to fix that. We need to archive the history. Football records only go back to 1950. I know of only 3 undefeated teams. The most recent was in 1974. From memory, I do recall that the Petoskey school system originated in 1885. The year's town's namesake, Ignatius Petoskey, passed away the same year that the Petoskey School District replaced Porter's School. The mascot of the Ottawa Brave and the moniker of Northman, as the northern Ottawa tribes were known, were adopted around the same time and is in honor of the heritage of the Ottawa Indians that called the area home. For years, thousands of students have begun their lives in the community and graced the halls of Petoskey High. Thousands have donned the blue and white to represent their school and community on the field of competition. And the grand old man of Michigan high school football, Curtis Field, was the turf that many fighting Northmen defended. My history there was written between the years of 1981 to 85. My class was the 100th class. My memories of the grand old stadium are very involved, as my father was a football coach at Petoskey for 27 years. I was blessed to be able to play for him in my junior and senior year. I spent a lot of time at the stadium as a kid, climbing around the stands, in the locker room, and on the field, watching the games on Friday night, first as a ball boy and then as a player. My most distinct memory I have is running out of the locker room in the cool fall evening, the smell of Bob Doctor's pipe smoke and the popcorn from the concession stand in the fall air as the breeze blew off the Bear River. We didn't win much back then, but we did play hard. And when it was over, after defeating Boyne City for our final game as seniors, I remember lingering on the field, taking it all in, knowing that my chapter was over and someone else's began. This year is my 30-year reunion, and no, I will not be making it back to watch the Fighting Northmen take the field in the last opening day in the hallowed grounds. But to the class of 2016, you have an awesome responsibility. Your season will be written into the final chapter of the grand old man, Curtis Field. Your efforts, triumphs, and defeats will close out this historic field, and the ghosts of the players and coaches from the past will be watching you. So do us proud, us alumni. Close the chapter as it began, with honor, integrity, and courage. With fight. Go Blue.
Cold. Do you just want to take a hot shower? Call Savino Mechanical for all your heating, hot water, and cooling needs. Savino Mechanical has been servicing Greater Boston and Southern New Hampshire for over a quarter century. Quality 24-hour service, reasonable rates, satisfaction guaranteed, licensed and insured. And remember, at Savino Mechanical, we are not comfortable until you are. Call Savino Mechanical today at 1-855-624-4280. That's 1-855-624-4280. Savino Mechanical.
Hey, Joe Rocks. It's Louis Avis, straight from Chi-Town. Call and talk about our website, www.hotsaucevault.com. We got everything you can think of out there, Joe. The hottest hot sauce is not for wimps, mild, medium sauces. We got barbecue sauces, snacks, some of our gift ideas and gag gifts, so you can go out and check us out at www.hotsaucevault.com. Hope to talk to you again on your radio show. Kick-ass show. Had a great time last week. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care, Joe. hotsaucevault.com.
Hi, now I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk, 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com.
Spirit Fingers.
I got Spirit Fingers to show this script. Okay.
Cell, 2G, 2,000 watts. Yeah.
Hey guys, Danny Blaze here from On the Air with Mike Allen. Tune in every Wednesday night as we explore the nuances of dating and relationships in the modern age, and of course, whatever else turns us on. The show starts at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you can get into bed with me, Danny Blaze, at 11 p.m. On the Air with Mike Allen, only on Armed Radio Global.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at Route106Motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. Route106Motors.com.
Night Talk with Joe Rocks. 10 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays, is now on Ustream TV. Spreaker for replays and live. On Live 365, exclusively on Armed Radio Global.
Winamp. It really whips the llama's ass.
All right, welcome back to the show. Write these numbers down. You are going to need them. 1-866-225-5401. Also, 512-539-0357 if you're calling from the Central Texas area. Also, tweet me at TweetDeck at Mike Allen _OTA, hashtag it Armed Radio. Plus, later on today, or tonight during the show, we just might be on Periscope. And that's tied into Twitter. So if you download your Periscope app, you'll be able to see Danny and I in this messy man cave. Don't shake your head at me.
I'm not talking.
Do not shake your head at me.
Look at the pizza.
Oh, my goodness.
Shut up, big head.
So anyway, write those numbers down if you want to be a part of the show. Welcome back. A little more history from my hometown. You know, I did some research today. I was trying to find the history of Petoskey High School, which is not, I can't find it anywhere. I mean, anywhere on Google. I know, you Google, you can pretty much find anything. I couldn't find it. So I gave up. But I did find a bunch of other cool stuff. Before we get into my rant, Petoskey was named after a gentleman by the name of Ignatius Petoskey. Petoskey, which means in Ottawa, it means rising sun or rays of the morning dawn and sunbeams of promise. He was alive from 1787 to 1885, and he lived a long time, almost 100 years old. He was a French Ottawa merchant and fur trader, and he settled in what was called Bear Creek, which was renamed for him, and they misspelled it to Petoskey, but instead of correcting him and saying, no, it's Petoskey, he just went ahead and changed his name, and because he was honored by the people naming Petoskey after him.
Chef Boyardee did the same thing.
Did he?
Yeah, Chef Boyardee's real, but when he moved here, that was not his name, but no one could pronounce his name, so he just changed it.
Just changed it. Well, a lot of that happened to the immigrants that came over here from Europe. They just couldn't say their names. So, ladies and gentlemen, Danny Blaze joining me in the Armed Radio Global Central Texas Man Cave. And just once I'm not saying you have to say anything.
Oh.
I'm just saying, I'm just letting people know who you are, that random voice that's popping in.
They don't want to hear my crunching.
Moving his family to the southern shore of Little Traverse Bay, he and his elder, I got this from Wikipedia, he and his elder sons acquired much of the land that is now Petoskey, Michigan, and became a prominent merchant and landowner. In 1852, a Presbyterian mission was established on the land of Nathan Jarman, a local farmer living west of Petoskey's village. Choosing to declare independence from the Jesuits, he became actively involved with the Presbyterians, and he and his children became regular attendants at the services. His grandson, William Petoskey, the son of Francis, was later a Presbyterian reverend. The Jesuits, who had lost some support from the local tribes south of the bay, attempted to regain control, although their attempt to establish a rival mission failed as a direct result of Petoskey's support of the Presbyterian Church. His wife, upset at her husband's decision to leave their home of 43 years, left him to live with her relatives across the bay. He lived with another woman this time. I'm not going to get into that. In 1873, it's like Housewives of Petoskey. Squaws of Petoskey, 1870. I don't know. You don't even know that. Anyway, in 1873, local residents living along the bay of Bear Creek named their settlement Petoskey in his honor. Although his name was a corruption of Petoskey, he changed the spelling of his name as a gesture to them. And his wife died in 1881. He lived with his daughter and her husband, Moses Wakazoo, although he suffered from poor health thereafter and eventually died on June 27th of 1885. Of his 10 children, his son Ignatius Petoskey later became chieftain and head of the Bear River Ottawas. Pretty cool. I don't know how accurate that is. It's Wikipedia, but that's the only thing I could find. Of course, the Petoskey stones, the coral stones that are found all inside of Little Traverse Bay and up and down the west coast of the Lower Peninsula, were named after Petoskey, and because the design of the coral looks like the sun's rays, so pretty cool. Now, it has been recently brought to my attention that the grand old man of Michigan high school football, Curtis Field, has been the center of some controversy. I found this out when a link through my Facebook page of my real name of one of my alumni. It seems that the word "fighting" that's emblazoned across the back of the stadium, where it used to say "Home of the Fighting Northmen," I think it said "Home of the Fighting Northmen" as far back as the 1940s. It always said that when I was there. It never said anything but. And it has nothing to do with the Indian tribes or anything like that.
Indian battles.
Or Indian battles. It's I mean, I live in Hutto, Texas now. We're the Fighting Hippos. You know, if you live in...
That hurts the hippos' feelings.
if you're in Taylor, it's home of the Fighting Ducks. Man, you're just rattling around. You're like a kid on a long trip. Anyway.
At least I'm not stopping to pee.
That's true. I'm not pulling this thing over till midnight. Anyway. But anyway, and this is what happened. To the best of my knowledge, from what I've gathered, the superintendent of Petoskey Schools, who declined to come on this show, didn't answer my emails. So, you all, if you're listening from Petoskey, you know who it is. I'm not going to sit here and badmouth him or anything like that. Read a letter that was sent to the Petoskey News Review, the hometown paper, by a woman who lives in Harbor Springs. And apparently has no form of social media at all, because I searched her through about everything I could search her through, and I couldn't find her. Wrote a letter, and she's, unless I'm told or find out otherwise, she is your basic apologist, what I call them. That's white people who somewhere or other figured out that they're 1/900th Ottawa Indian or Cherokee Indian, or their great-great-grandmother was an Indian princess.
So she's not.
So I can neither confirm nor deny, but I would say that's probably not the case. But because they feel so bad about how the Native Americans have been treated in the history of the United States, which, in her defense, haven't been treated real well, she decided to write a letter to the paper saying that we need to open a discussion about the mascot of the Petoskey Northmen, which is an Ottawa Brave, and the word fighting, which she claims would be derogatory towards the Ottawa Braves. I don't know how fighting would be derogatory towards anything. Fighting, that's, to me, it's strength, honor, integrity. You stand up and fight for something you believe in. It's not
like it says home of the Pansy Northmen.
Yeah.
That would be offensive, maybe.
Home of the pushovers. That would be offensive. But anyway, the superintendent of schools got with the school board president, lady, again, who I will not name on this show because they declined my offer to come on the show and talk about it, on their own, with no community discussion, with no meetings, with no votes, with nothing, just on their own. Actually, he made the decision on his own. He just informed her about it, I guess for a CYA measure, decided that taking down the word fighting from the back of Curtis Field for the first time in, God, I want to say more than 45 years, maybe 50 years. I don't know how far back it goes. I know one of the posts was from a gal who said her father painted fighting up there in the 40s. So since the 40s. So well over 40 years, the home of the Fighting Northmen has been on the back of Curtis Field, except this year. The last year of the stadium's existence, the last year the Petoskey Northmen will take the field on the grand old man of Michigan high school football stadiums, and they're going to deface it and take off the word fighting.
All because some lady with a fupa had her panties in a twist.
I don't know if she's got a fupa. I don't know if she's fat.
And I'm not saying that offensively
no idea.
to fat people. I'm just saying, she probably has cats. Or she's like that lady that makes me pick up her dogs one at a time because I might drop her 3-pound dogs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opinions and...
Yeah, or me only. Write me a letter if you're so mad. Write me a letter if you're so mad about it.
Yeah. But anyway, that happened. So there's been a webpage or a Facebook page called Keep Fighting on the stadium. Go to that page, the Petoskey Fighting Northmen football page. There's also there's links to. I mean, the community is rallying around keeping fighting on the back of the stadium.
Didn't somebody go up there and spray paint it back on?
And then somebody spray painted it back out, which we don't condone. But
I condone it. Brock out with your bad self.
But Danny condones it. I don't condone. You don't go.
I want to go with you just to spray paint it up there.
I mean, you don't want to go deface property, but I can see their point. I mean, it's been up there for so long. It hasn't offended any. Oh, and his reason is that it may offend the Native American families and children that go to the school. A school that originally was created for Native American children who chose the mascot.
But no
as
Native
one
Americans
of their
wrote
own.
the letter.
But yeah, no Native American wrote the letter.
They're not rallying.
Nobody's
It's
come
offensive.
forward and said they're offended. Nobody's come forward and said it bothered them. It's been up there since the late 40s. No one's come forward yet. I mean, the only hiccup we've had, and this was back in the 80s when there's a big left-wing movement about renaming football teams and stuff who have
Native American
mascots. Yeah, and one of them in particular, my father actually is an alumni from Eastern Michigan University. They were the Eastern Michigan University Hurons, in honor of the Huron Indians that were part of that were in the Detroit area. It's Eastern Michigan, and they made a big stink, and now they're the Eastern Michigan Eagles. And to this day, my father will not send him any money or anything because that's not the team. He's mad about it. Now, they tried to do that in Petoskey until it was realized that the mascot and the name Northman are in honor of the Ottawa Indians and
But
the
isn't that
Chippewa
how
Indians.
like my thing about it is all the people that have like Native American mascots or whatever. Hello, it's unity between the white people playing that sport and the mascot that they're playing for.
And you know, you don't want to pick a mascot that's not masculine. You don't have a team called the. I was going to say unicorns, but they do. They New Braunfels unicorns.
Let's see, the Oklahoma.
The Oklahoma Tinkerbells.
The Oklahoma Poodles.
The Detroit Fluffy Pillows.
The Detroit Marshmallows.
The Detroit Marshmallows.
The
yeah.
Montana Marshmallows.
Or the Sloths. You don't have any teams called the Sloths. And you know, when I first moved to Hutto, we were the Hutto Hippos until I did some investigating about the hippos. Everybody's laughing. Oh, you're a hippo. You're big and fat. Well, I am big and fat. But anyway.
Except hippos are very violent and very aggressive animals.
Hippos account for more human deaths in Africa by a lot of any other animal in Africa. We're talking lions and tigers.
I watched a hippo eat an alligator one time. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they'll fight alligators. They won't back down from an alligator.
They're not backing down from nothing.
Yeah, there's not much they can mess with it. I mean, they're pretty violent, and they swim fast. They'll chase you.
They run fast
down.
too.
They will chase you down and take you out.
My issue is that this lady, like you said, it's the last year of the stadium. Nobody got to vote on it. Nobody that lives in that town. Nobody that goes to that school. There was no consulting of anything.
There was no discussion.
One lady was on her period, and she was moody, and she's mad, and she probably got bullied, and now she probably got bullied by a Native American. Now she thinks it's offensive. Now she's trying to defend them, and this is all crap. How do you change something that's been up there for 75 years?
At least. Well, since the 40s, yeah.
I don't know, 75 years.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I mean, I could maybe understand them not putting it on the new stadium.
No, that was my point.
But why?
If you want to make a change, make it on the new stadium.
Yeah, because
you got a brand new
New
stadium.
start, whatever. Yippee-ki-yay. You can pull it like that way.
And I kind of had to giggle. And now understand, I'm in Texas. Hippo Stadium, the College U.S. Fieldhouse holds 5,000 people. It doesn't hold 5,000 people comfortably either.
No, not even kind of.
And on Friday nights here in Texas, we've had up to 7,000 people at our games.
You can't even park.
That's why I walk over.
That's why people park in the neighborhood and walk over there.
But the new stadium for the Petoskey Northmen, 2,000.
Woo! Party! Freaking rally.
But that's the way it is. But just to kind of give you a different in cultures, the football stadiums down here hold 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. There are some football stadiums for high schools here that rival colleges in the north. But from November,
it's too hot to play. It's too hot to play football here.
November and December, in January in Michigan, in Minnesota, in Wisconsin, in Indiana, you will go into their gyms, which hold 1,000. Where you go here to watch a basketball game, there may be 150 people there, close relatives.
Maybe girlfriends.
And girlfriends. I mean, the cheerleaders don't even travel to away games for the basketball team.
Complete side note, I don't even know why the hell there's cheerleaders during high school basketball games.
I know, there's nobody there.
My favorite part is not even that. My favorite part is watching them get hit and knocked over when the basketball players are running out of bounds and smack into them. Cheerleading should be solely for
competitions
and football.
When I was a kid, we're late for a break. When we come back, Joe Pardini is going to be joining me. We're going to go into high school football, and Danny's going to go into hiding. Probably because she's going to be bored.
Pizza with the Michigan.
With the Michigan, which doesn't play the Michigan fight song either more, by the way.
Oh, Michigan was cool when I went.
Well, what was my thought? Oh, back when I was a kid, I mean, now they got the cheerleaders are out there, and God, I got to hand it to the dads. I really have to hand it to the dads of the cheerleaders. Seriously. Back when I was a kid, it was wool skirts and sweaters that were from the neck all the way down to the football season. And the basketball season is in the middle of winter, and we were in an old field house that was in continuous use for many, many years. That finally got closed down because they opened up a new gym. But even then, I mean, they had sweaters.
That's how my mom was too.
Cheerleaders had sweaters,
almost
man.
to their ankle-length skirts and sweaters.
Not ankle length. No, the skirts were about knee length.
Well,
length.
The one I've seen, they're T-length, which is like between your knee and your ankle.
God, your mom's old.
She's younger than you.
Not wearing a cheerleader skirt like that. All right, we'll be back. Joe Pardini is going to talk about football. Danny Blaze will be returning in an hour and 20 minutes as we get in bed with her for her segment. Thank you for everybody listening up north. I will be home this weekend for the 30-year class reunion. For now,
go Fighting Northmen.
Go Fighting Northmen. You betcha. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you're on the air. Are you ready to take your webpage to the next level? Go to icegram.com and download for free all the tools you will need to enhance your webpage content for potential customers, clients, or fans. Capture leads, call your audience to action, skyrocket conversation and engagement with action bars, pop-ups, toast notifications, message boxes, overlays, and sidebars. Head on over to icegram.com for your free download. That's icegram.com. Bottom line, you'll love it.
Hey, Joe Rocks, it's Louis Avis, straight from Chi-Town. Call and talk about our website, www.hotsaucevault.com. We got everything you can think of out there, Joe. The hottest hot sauce is not for wimps, mild, medium sauces. We got barbecue sauces, snacks, some of our gift ideas and gag gifts, so you can go out and check us out at www.hotsaucevault.com. Hope to talk to you again on your radio show. Kick-ass show. Had a great time last week. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care, Joe. hotsaucevault.com.
Hi, now I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk, 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com.
Spirit Fingers.
I got Spirit Fingers to show this script. Okay.
Cell, 2G, 2,000 watts. Yeah.
Hey guys, Danny Blaze here from On the Air with Mike Allen. Tune in every Wednesday night as we explore the nuances of dating and relationships in the modern age, and of course, whatever else turns us on. The show starts at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you can get into bed with me, Danny Blaze, at 11 p.m. On the Air with Mike Allen, only on Armed Radio Global.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at Route106Motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. Route106Motors.com.
Night Talk with Joe Rocks. 10 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays, is now on Ustream TV. Spreaker for replays and live. On Live 365, exclusively on Armed Radio Global.
Winamp. It really whips the llama's ass.
Latest Verizon ringback tone while your party is reached.
Hey, my friend.
Hey, how you doing, Joe? Welcome back to the show on the Ring Central Celebrity Hotline, Mr. Joe Pardini. We're going to be talking high school, college football. We talked pro football last week. Joe will be joining us throughout the season to give us his takes on football and everything else. And that was kind of a weird transition there. I should be still playing music right now, but I'm not. But that's okay, because Joe's on the line. Joe, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, Mike. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic. Fantastic. So, what's it look like for the college season?
Well, I want to ask you a question.
All right.
Remember last year?
No, I'm not going to be an Eagles fan.
Well, no. That was last week. This week is. I want your opinion. Do you think TCU should have been in the playoffs last year?
Absolutely. I think the playoffs should expand to 32 teams.
I agree, because I think it should be like March Madness. Pick the best teams who have the winning record, put them in the playoffs.
Well, it'd be the conference winners plus the independents, make 32 teams. That's 4 extra weeks for football. Good to go.
Yeah, get rid of all the shit bowl games that are. you get all these teams that you never heard of. You know what I mean?
Well, you can still use the bowl games. Get into a playoff. 2 things. You can either use the bowl games as the playoffs, and then you collect patches on the way to the national championship. So when you show up to the national championship, then you could be the Meineke Car Care Bowl, the Army of One Bowl, the Orange Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl champion. And now you're playing for the national championship. Or, if you lose and get knocked out of the tournament, then you could just go play in a bowl.
So you're saying, well, they should start. Let's say, for example, they should start in November.
Well, yeah, in college football, we basically lose a whole month.
Yeah, so because
and the national champion, the team that the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams don't play football for a month and a half. And that's just kind of silly.
Because after the SEC championship, then they go to the Army-Navy game, and then they have the Heisman, and then I think they're off until like Friday.
Yeah, then they start playing the bowls, but who really gives a crap about the bowls, really? Seriously.
Yeah, it's like they never put no good bowl games.
No, well, no one cares about them.
No.
I mean, nobody cares about them.
So, my opinion here, if you would have took, I remember Alabama, Florida State, Ohio State, and Oregon? Was it that way? Alabama, Florida State, Oregon, Who am I missing?
It was Ohio State, Alabama, Florida State, and, oh, man, I can't remember.
I think it was Alabama, Florida State, Oregon, and I can't remember that one team.
Mm-mm.
Because I know...
Baylor.
So who would you took out of that 4 teams to put TCU in?
Baylor.
Because it was
Baylor. I mean, they were interchangeable.
I thought Oregon should have won the whole thing, but
Well,
the Ducks.
I was hoping Oregon was going to win the whole thing.
But they didn't happen.
Mm-mm.
It,
I tell you, Mariota is probably going to be starting for Tennessee.
Yeah. Or and how before we tip off to the pros, but how all the injuries are happening, I don't know who's going to be on what teams.
I know.
Like Jordy Nelson just got hurt for Green Bay.
Well, here's my thing. Yeah, you want your players to get out there and get the speed of the real game and get some reps in, and that's great. Do that. But don't put in plays that are going to put your best players in jeopardy. Don't run, what's his name from the Eagles, the quarterback?
Sam Bradford.
Yeah, don't run him on an option. So he's going to get creamed. Don't do that.
Well, in my opinion...
If he's going to be your starter, don't run him on an option.
My opinion, I don't think he's a running quarterback.
He's not. He's not a running quarterback, and he's got 2 bad knees. What are you doing?
Well, I don't know. And maybe that's why they got Tim Tebow to do the... They're going to bring him in and do the... whatever he does.
I don't think Tim's going to make the team, but we'll see.
Well, let's get back to the college.
All right, let's go back to college. We did pro last week.
I wrote a couple games down, and I want to hear your opinion on them.
All right.
TCU and Minnesota.
TCU.
So you're going to say TCU is going to smoke Minnesota. The spread is 14.
I don't, here's the thing. College football in the first couple of weeks, outside of a few games, is preseason. It's preseason. They're playing scrub teams that get paid a buttload of money to come in and get their butts handed to them. That's why, the polls don't. It really doesn't kick in until you start getting into conference play. Now we got the top 25, AP top 25. Got Ohio State number 1, which they won't end the season at number 1. Then TCU, Alabama, Baylor, Michigan State, Auburn, Oregon, USC, Georgia, and Florida State in the top 10. So Florida State dropped from the number 1 all the way down to the 10. They're going to drop down. I don't think out of the top 10 of the AP poll, I see 2, maybe 3 that'll be in the top 10 at the end of the season.
And who do you think?
Georgia, Michigan State, and TCU will be the only 3 left in the top 10.
I agree with you there, but Alabama always sneaks their way in there.
I'll throw out. I don't know. I think they're I think they're going to have a down year
because they're always in there. So you're saying that TCU will beat Minnesota by more than 14?
Oh yeah. Well, here let's look at Alabama's record. Let's look at Alabama's schedule. You're right. Alabama might be there too. So 50% of the top 10 will be there. They got Wisconsin. They're going to win. Then they play. Who the hell is this? MTSU. I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who that. Of course, they're going to win that one.
I think that team is from New Jersey. I think Michigan lost them last year or something.
No, Michigan didn't lose to MTSU. I don't even know who MTSU is.
I think it's New Jersey.
Middle Tennessee.
Technology
No,
or
it's
something
Middle
like that.
Middle Tennessee. It's Middle Tennessee State University. So they're going to get their butts handed to them. Then they go up against Ole Miss. They'll beat them. Then the University of Louisiana Monroe. That's their first 4 games. They're 4-0. Then it starts to get hard. Georgia, Arkansas, and Texas A&M. They'll drop 2 of those 3 games. Alabama will. They'll drop 2 of those 3. They'll either lose to Georgia. They'll lose to Georgia, and they'll lose to either Arkansas or Texas A&M.
I see Texas A&M.
Yeah, then they have Tennessee and LSU, Mississippi State. Who the hell is CHSO? Charleston Southern University. Now, okay, they'll win that one, and then Auburn.
Well,
So they got a tough schedule.
Right
They got a tough schedule. I'm looking at 3 losses right there.
I think they're going to lose 2 in a row. Maybe to LSU and Mississippi State.
They might. They just might.
Because Mississippi State, they're not even ranked in the top 25.
Mm-mm.
They're like ranked number 26. So I want to count Mississippi State out. And they played, I think they played an opener last year, and no one thought they would be that good. And they went, undefeated until they faced Alabama?
Yep, they were pretty good last year, but they lost most of their players. But Mississippi State's got a good program.
Yes, so I want to count them out.
I think the 2 in a row is either going to be Georgia, Arkansas, or Arkansas, Texas A&M.
So you're going to say Florida's going to shrink down even further.
The Florida State?
No, Florida.
Well, Florida's not even in the top 25, dude.
I know that, but I'm just asking your opinion on Florida.
Well, Florida's not going to be anything. They're down. They got to rebuild.
So you're saying they will have 5 wins, no bowl game, and nothing.
Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, let's look at their schedule. Hold on.
And
I have to navigate
I'm
to
a
that
Penn State
field.
fan.
You're a what?
I'm a Penn State fan, so I don't want you to say, well, you're a Florida Gator fan, but I'm a Penn State fan.
What are they in? They're in the what? ACC?
Who, Penn State?
No, Florida.
They're in the SEC.
Let's see. Let me find them here.
They play like Alabama, LSU.
Let's look at their schedule. They start out against New Mexico State University. They should win that one. Then they go to Eastern Carolina.
That's another win.
Then the University of Kentucky. That's another win. Then they play Tennessee. They could drop that one. Ole Miss, they'll drop that one. Mizzou, they'll drop that one. So that's 3-3. LSU, they'll drop that one. 3-4. Georgia, 3-5. Vanderbilt, 4-5. South Carolina, 5-5. Was that FAU? Was that the Florida American University or something like that?
Probably. Or
6-5. 6-5. They'll end the season 6-6.
So they'll make a bowl.
They'll make a bowl.
They'll play in the toilet bowl.
They'll make the peanut butter on celery bowl.
That's my favorite bowl.
On Tuesday afternoon, November 10th.
November 10th?
Or November 20th, or whatever it is.
It's going to be in December sometime.
December, December 4th.
No,
That's
they'll
like
be still playing.
No, I know.
Army-Navy.
Not on a Tuesday.
No, they won't play the bowls until after the Heisman did. And the Heisman.
No, they play the bowls. They start the bowls right away. They got the little crap bowls.
They start the bowl games like on a Friday.
Yeah, but they play the bowl.
December 4th.
They play the bowl games on every day of the week. Dude, they got 54 bowl games. Every night of the week, they have some bowl game with 2,500 people in attendance.
No, dude, you ever see some of the bowl games? There's nobody in the stadiums.
Oh, I know.
I've been to bowl games that were almost fully sold out.
Yeah, like the Big 12 Championship, the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
Not the Meineke car care.
Hey, I went to the Heineke Bowl in Houston. That one was pretty full.
Hey, and not a Hawaii Bowl. No way.
Wait, Joe, stick around. We got to get some commercials done. We're on the phone on the Ring Central Celebrity Hotline with Joe Pardini. If you got anything to contribute, give us a call, 866-255-5401 or 512-539-0357. Tweet me at MikeAllen_OTA. Hashtag it Armed Radio. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you are on the air.
Now, I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk, 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com.
Spirit Fingers.
I got Spirit Fingers to show this script. Okay.
Cell 2G 2000 watts. Yeah.
Hey guys, Danny Blaze here from On the Air with Mike Allen. Tune in every Wednesday night as we explore the nuances of dating and relationships in the modern age, and of course, whatever else turns us on. The show starts at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you can get into bed with me, Danny Blaze, at 11 p.m. On the Air with Mike Allen, only on Armed Radio Global.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at Route106Motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. Route106Motors.com.
Night Talk with Joe Rocks. 10 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays, is now on Ustream TV. Spreaker for replays and live. On Live 365, exclusively on Armed Radio Global.
Now, back to some ass-kicking shiznit from Nullsoft Shoutcast.
All right, welcome back to the show. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Hot Sauce Vault. Go to hotsaucevault.com. I went to hotsaucevault.com. That place is wonderful. It is awesome.
Like you're a man crush's heaven.
It is, yeah. All sorts of hot sauces available for order. You can order them, and they'll send them to you. hotsaucevault.com. Joining me now on the Ring Central Celebrity Hotline, please welcome back to the show, Mr. Joe Pardini. Joe likes to bet, so he has the info on all these teams.
All
right, who else do you want to talk about, Joe?
Hey, my friend, let's go through the schedule for the first week of college.
All right.
All right. Like we did talk about TCU in Minnesota.
Are we just doing the top? Are we just doing the top 25?
Well, no, I'm just picking out the great games.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put in
All right, so we start on Thursday, September 3rd. Elkhorn State versus Georgia Tech, TCU versus Minnesota, and Texas San Antonio against Arizona.
Like I said, all the shitters. You know what I mean?
Hey, Arizona's ranked 22nd. TCU's ranked 2nd.
Well, no, I'm talking about TCU is a great game. TCU and Minnesota is going to be a great game. The other games, not even worth to turn the TV on. You know what I mean? They're usually Alcorn State. Who's going to watch that game? Where's the ratings going to be?
Hey, and you know what game they don't have on here?
Oh.
Michigan, Utah.
Oh, yes. I was going to bring that up to you because I figure you're a Michigan fan, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I predict that Michigan will have at least 8 wins this year.
Oh, yeah, they're going to do better than last year. But I don't think they're going to be national champions yet. It's only his first year.
And I think they're going to beat Utah.
I hope so.
Because the spread's only 5. And it's going to be an 8:30 game on Fox Sports 1. So that's a little insider for you, Mike.
Oh, that's probably why they don't have it on the ESPN site then.
Yeah, they don't like to give Fox Sports 1 any plug.
No.
You know, it's, you know what I mean?
Yep, it's on the Thursday, 9-3 versus Utah, 7:30 p.m. Fox Sports 1.
Yeah.
But see, Michigan's got a brutal schedule, man. They got a brutal schedule. Their first 5 games at Utah, Oregon State, UNLV, and BYU, and Maryland. That's a brutal schedule, man. They don't start getting into their soft games until they start playing conference.
Well, they should beat UNLV.
Yeah, but BYU's good, Maryland's good, Oregon State's awesome.
So you're going to say they're going to go 2-3?
Man, I hope not. I hope not.
Because I could see them at least going 3-2.
Who do you got to beat?
Because here's what I would think. I think they're going to beat Utah. They'll beat UNLV, and they'll beat Maryland. Huh?
You think so?
Yeah.
Maryland, really?
They'll beat Maryland. They'll beat Utah, and they'll beat UNLV. They'll lose the other 2.
Well, Maryland's part of the Big Ten now, so.
Yeah, and they're going to be. Yeah, who are they playing before Michigan, Maryland?
Well, let's see. Michigan starts out versus Richmond Spiders. Then, who is this? Bowling Green.
2-0.
University of South Florida, 2-1. West Virginia, 2-2. Michigan. So they play West Virginia before they play Michigan.
And that West Virginia Maryland game is usually a rival, right?
No. West Virginia's big rival is Marshall.
And Pittsburgh.
Or Virginia. West Virginia and Virginia.
Yeah, so because I remember they had the battle of whatever they call it, the backyard brawl.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh and West Virginia, so that's what I was thinking. But I think Michigan's going to have a good year.
I think they're going to go. They're going to be in a bowl game. I think they're going to win at least 8 or 9 games. I mean, looking at their schedule, they'll beat Northwestern. Michigan State's going to be tough. They'll beat Minnesota. Rutgers is going to be down. Indiana never is good. They're going to beat the living snot out of Penn State.
I don't think
What?
so.
Hey, what? I'm sorry. You're not coming in. You're not coming in. What?
Yeah, I think Penn State will win, my friend. Is that in Happy Valley?
It is at Penn State.
And at Happy Valley, what happens usually when Penn State plays Michigan at Happy Valley?
What do you want to put on that game, brother?
Hey, you come in, then we'll bet.
Do what?
I'll make this interesting. If you come to Happy Valley.
I wish I could come to Happy Valley. You get me a ticket to that game? Will you get me a ticket to that game?
Hey, I'm trying to get. I already got a ticket to go see Penn State Army.
Wow, that's a barn burner. Penn State Army. I got Army +3.
Army +3. Yeah. I think Penn State will blow them out by 35. You know what I mean? So I think Penn State is going to be. They just had a top 20 defensive guy.
Yeah, Penn State's not going to be down for long. They're going to come back. They're going to do well. I mean, they got hit pretty hard with all that crap going on with that piece of crap Sandusky, but you're going to bounce back. Penn State's it's got a good program, good coach over there. But I got to pull for my Wolverines, dude.
Hey,
I can't sit here and I tell you what. Here's the thing: does Detroit play Philadelphia this year in the NFL?
I don't know. We played 2 years ago in the snow, didn't we? In Philly?
I think so. Hold on. Let me find out. I think we do. I think we do play.
On Thanksgiving. I think we played News.
We play. What a Tebow? You know, waddle Tebow out there?
No, we're going to just. I hope we don't keep Sanchez. That's it. But we got to get back to the college. We keep jumping back to pro. But here's the games for the week. Baylor should smoke SMU. No problem.
Okay.
Boise State and Washington. That's going to be a close game.
Say Boise State and Washington?
Yeah. The spread is only 10.
So do you think Boise State's going to be any good this year?
They're going to win, but it'll be a close game. Because they're just coming off that first BCS playoff game.
Do you think Boise State's going to be in the top 10?
Top 10? I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the top 15, but not the top 10.
Now, they're in the Mountain West, right?
Yeah, they're out in the Mountain West.
So let's look at their schedule. They start out with Washington. They'll win that one. BYU, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Then Idaho State, University of Virginia, that's going to be a loss. They'll beat Hawaii. Colorado State. University of... Who the hell is this? USU. Utah State. That's pretty bad when I'm going through the team schedule and I have no idea the schools are playing. Who's AFA? Air Force Academy, University of New Mexico, University of Las Vegas, and San Jose State. Yeah, they should have a pretty good year. They're going to have a 9-10 win season. It's going to be tough against UVA and BYU. Huh?
I can't see them in the top 10. Because did they lose their quarterback?
Did they? I don't know. You asking me? I have no idea.
Yeah. So what about Stanford and Northwestern? That's the first week game too.
Now let me go back here.
Stanford's given 12 to Northwestern.
Who do you got on that one? Who do you like?
I think Stanford's going to win. They'll cover the spread.
Think Stanford's going to win?
Yeah. Then you got UCLA giving 17 to Virginia. UCLA should win.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn and Louisville. That's going to be a good game. Louisville's going to be a sleeper this year.
Louisville is?
I mean, Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're ranked 29th in the polls.
You think they're going to knock off number 6 Auburn? I see that.
Because it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I see that, though. But I see that, though.
Because it's on a neutral field. So it could happen.
Yeah, it's in the Georgia Dome.
Has home field advantage. And then we have Arizona State and Texas A&M. You pick it, Mike.
A&M.
You're saying they're going to... And A&M's getting 3.
It's in College Station.
Yeah, but Texas A&M's getting 3.
Getting what?
Texas A&M's getting 3.
Getting 3 points?
Yeah.
No, they'll beat Arizona State.
Arizona State's ranked number 15.
I know, but they'll beat Arizona State.
What about Notre Dame and Texas?
Notre Dame by a lot. I hate to say it, Texas isn't there yet. I mean, Charlie Strong, this is just going to be his, second year? He doesn't have, he doesn't have his people in and bought into the program yet.
But Notre Dame, ain't this quarterback on his, 6th year, 7th year? I don't know. Didn't he get kicked off the team and then they brought him back or something?
Who's that?
The quarterback who took him to the national championship 2 years ago for Notre Dame. Golden or whatever his name is.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't follow Notre Dame. I have no idea. You
right.
probably know more about that than I do, my friend.
Alabama and Wisconsin. That's going to be a closer game. Wisconsin might even beat Alabama. They're only giving them 10.
Alabama, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Alabama.
And, Ohio State and Virginia. Ohio State giving Virginia Tech 14. I mean, didn't Virginia Tech beat them last year or something?
They might have.
Because Ohio State won the national championship last year.
Yeah, they ran the table.
Yeah. So it was they always get lucky. But I can't see them. I will tell you right now, Ohio State will not go undefeated.
They're going to lose to Michigan.
I knew you were going to say it. I just kept my mouth shut. Michigan and Utah and Penn State and Temple. And Penn State might lose to Temple. Because Penn State's giving 7 to Temple. And I think it's in Temple, too. You know what I mean? So you picked your Final Four in the playoffs.
Let me see. Let me go back to the rankings here. I don't think the top 10. Man, Ohio State's still tough. I think they're going to be one of them with 1 loss. Georgia. God, I don't know. I know Florida State's not going to be there.
Question first, before you finish your picks, do you think the SEC will get 3 teams in the playoffs?
No, I don't.
So you're saying no?
Nope. It's going to be Ohio State. So I don't know, man. I don't know because a lot of these teams are rebuilding. Ohio State, TCU. God, I don't know. I just don't know. That's why we need a 30. That's why we need a 32-team playoff.
I think the Big Ten's going to get 2 teams in.
Who?
That wild card team's going to be Michigan State. Ohio State, Michigan State, Baylor, Alabama.
Ohio State, Michigan State, Baylor, Alabama. That's your picks.
Yeah.
That's your Final Four.
Yeah.
Okay, you know I record all this stuff.
Yes, I know that, my friend. Yeah, and I want you to record it because when Penn State beats Michigan and the Eagles beat Detroit, I don't want you to say, "Oh no, I never said that."
No, I'm not going to say that.
Me, I don't. I'll wear a Detroit hat. I don't care. I'll wear Michigan because it doesn't bother me. It's only sports. Fun game.
Well, well, the bet is Michigan over Penn State, Detroit over Philly.
Yes, on Thanksgiving. And you remember what happened last year when Dallas played the Eagles on Thanksgiving?
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles smoked Dallas right out of Detroit. And they stole their turkey, too, on the way out.
On their way out. Yep, they did.
So I hope we don't steal your turkey on the way out of Detroit.
Well, you just might.
Because you better hope that defense, so their defense is playing great in Philly right now. Yeah. Come on.
I didn't know if my mic was on or not.
No, it's not on. Yeah, your microphone's on.
Cool.
Well, Joe,
what?
Thank you for joining us. Will you be on next week with us? Because next week is like our preseason. That's our big preseason deal. We'll make all the picks for the week. That's like the first hour of the show.
I'll be on with you, my friend.
All right, we're going to pick NFL and college next week.
Yes, and college football will start next Thursday. That'll be like, I won't even leave the house for the weekend. It's like Christmas for me.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you.
You know, it's like when football season comes, I just sit in front of the TV. The weekend is like college football. It's college football, NFL, and then relax. All right, Mike, I will let you go, my friend, and I will pick that Penn State shirt up for you. nice. What number jersey you want? Tebow jersey, huh?
Hey, I don't care what number it is, man. I'm a big man, so you better make it a Lyman jersey.
Yeah. All right, my friend.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right, you too, buddy. Joe Pardini. Right. Joe Pardini on the Ring Central Celebrity Hotline. We're going to take a break and come back, and later on today, Danny Blaze. And I don't know what the hell. What are you going to be talking about, Danny?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever makes me mad in the next 10 minutes.
So I'm going to try to piss her off in the next 10 minutes, and we'll be back with some Danny Blaze getting mad. All right, I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you are on the air. We'll be right back after these messages.
Is your wife wicked hot? Or is she just cold? Do you just want to take a hot shower? Call Savino Mechanical for all your heating, hot water, and cooling needs. Savino Mechanical has been servicing Greater Boston and Southern New Hampshire for over a quarter century. Quality 24-hour service, reasonable rates, satisfaction guaranteed, licensed and insured. And remember, at Savino Mechanical, we are not comfortable until you are. Call Savino Mechanical today at 1-855-624-4280. That's 1-855-624-4280. Savino Mechanical.
Tune in every Monday and Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. Live audio on TuneIn Radio and Spreaker.com. Plus live video on Ustream.tv. From the demented minds at ArmedRadioGlobal.com.
Are you ready to take your webpage to the next level? Go to icegram.com and download for free all the tools you will need to enhance your webpage content for potential customers, clients, or fans. Capture leads, call your audience to action, skyrocket conversation and engagement with action bars, pop-ups, toast notifications, message boxes, overlays, and sidebars. Head on over to icegram.com for your free download. That's icegram.com. Bottom line, you'll love it.
Hey, Joe Rocks, it's Louis Avis, straight from Chi-Town. Call and talk about our website, www.hotsaucevault.com. We got everything you can think of out there, Joe. The hottest hot sauces, not for wimps, mild, medium sauces. We got barbecue sauces, snacks, some of our gift ideas and gag gifts that you can go out and check us out at www.hotsaucevault.com. Hope to talk to you again on your radio show. Kick-ass show. Had a great time last week. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care, Joe. hotsaucevault.com.
Hi, now I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk, 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com.
Spirit Fingers.
I got Spirit Fingers to show this script. Okay.
Cell, 2G, 2000 watts. Yeah.
Hey guys, Danny Blaze here from On the Air with Mike Allen. Tune in every Wednesday night as we explore the nuances of dating and relationships in the modern age, and of course, whatever else turns us on. The show starts at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you can get into bed with me, Danny Blaze, at 11 p.m. On the Air with Mike Allen, only on Armed Radio Global.
Armed Radio Global presents its new 2015 Talk at Night lineup.
Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern. Spot On with Lino and Tom.
Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. Mondays and Fridays, 10 p.m. Eastern.
On Tuesdays, Talk Time with Val, 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by High Five at 10 p.m. Eastern with Johnny and Mikey.
Wednesdays on the air with Mike Allen, 10 p.m. EST, and Thursdays Night Talk with Joe Rocks, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Join the talk now on Ustream TV. Replays on Spreaker, exclusively on Armed Radio Global.
Now, back to some ass-kicking shiznit from Nullsoft Shoutcast.
All right, welcome back to the show. I guess we've had some technical difficulties again with Shoutcast. So we're only on Spreaker right now. For those of you listening on Spreaker, welcome. We'll get that figured out one day. Joining, why you can burp it in the microphone? We're a professional deal here, man. Woman.
I'm asleep. Better out than in, I always say.
My God.
So you and Man Crush can have fart battles, but I can't burp?
Not on the radio when we're live.
This is crap. Oh, did I offend somebody? Was burping offensive to some race?
Tonight's phone lines, if you want to call in and talk to Danny, she'll be coming on here with 30 minutes. That was a late break.
No, I'm coming on now.
You're coming on now. She's coming on now.
Screw this noise. I'm tired of...
So the hell with the communists.
I'm tired of hearing about football. Only because the team that I only care about in college football is ranked 47, so whatever. Football.
You don't like football?
No, I like football. I just don't care to keep up with it.
All right, so you're going to talk now. What are you going to talk about? The numbers, if you need them, 1-866-225-5401, 512-539-0357. She's over here burping. Why are you burping?
I don't know. I'm burping today. It just started.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by HotSauceVault.com for all your hot sauce needs. Okay, here's my stream. Let's see. Yeah, that's
playing weird R&B music like.
Well,
Sunday night
that's our
slow jams.
stream. So let's see if we can break in and start broadcasting on this one here. All right. Now it says, let's see, DJ's turned off. Okay. Let's see if we have an echo. See if we have an echo.
Do we have an echo?
Echo. Hello. Hello. See, it's not.
Lame.
Oh, Primecast, I love you so much.
I love you so hard.
So we're not broadcasting on Primecast anymore. For those of you listening at the rebroadcast. And let me get done here. Auto DJ is working.
Spreaker never lets us down.
Never lets us down. Yeah, I'm not doing all that stuff. Okay, we're not on Primecast tonight. We're just not.
Whoa, what?
I have no idea what that is. That is some crazy stuff. This was.
Yeehaw! Get along, little doggy.
Oh my God!
Am I at a rave? And you said we're professional.
I'm telling you.
We're the worst.
I gotta get this figured out.
Oh, we have to shout out Heather while you're trying to figure this out. Our hot nurse
I'm
Heather,
done.
who's studying and has a test tomorrow that she's gonna kick ass on. No? Okay. Can I say ass? I just can't say that for it. Cool. Technically, it's gonna be starting my segment. Can I say that for it yet? I'm sober. I should be okay.
All right. Well, Primecast is down. If you guys want to listen, who am I talking to? All the guys listening on Spreaker, put it on your Facebook pages. Put the word out. Primecast is down. I don't know what's going on with it, and I'm not going to mess with it. We're going to keep on with our show here. Replays coming up will be on Spreaker, Spreaker.com. And I'm just going to cut this right here.
This is gay.
I
Not
know.
the good kind of gay.
Not the good kind of gay. No, I don't want to. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's Primecast. I don't know if it's me.
No, everyone's having problems with it. Everyone that's trying to
All the listeners, we dropped a bunch of listeners that were listening. I was looking at the map. We had a bunch of listeners that are just gone now.
Sons of biscuits. Butter my biscuit and call me Sally.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Are we just going to sit here in our teenage angst and
I guess.
just be mad at the world or something?
Well, something's going on. Of course, it's probably my fault somewhere. It always is.
I'm going to roll with that one.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you want? So, have I pissed you off enough yet for you to rant?
Everything pisses me off enough to rant. No, actually, I saw
Okay, guys, ready?
a Facebook post the other day. I'm not going to yell, but I'm going to talk about this for
I
a
bet
little
you I can get you to yell.
Probably. I saw
eggshells in the sink.
I'm going to... Two things I asked of you. I asked two things.
I got 50% done today. 50% is better than nothing. I'm just saying.
No, that glass is half empty.
I'm just saying.
Half empty glass.
It's half full.
No. Anyways.
Like my glass of wine right now.
You'll have fun with this topic. I saw somebody the other day who I think should never date anybody again and should probably just live in a cave because she's got to be one of the dumbest people I've ever met and has no idea about anything in this world. Sometimes I keep her on Facebook just to read the stupid shit she posts. I'm just like, it's amazing. Amazing that no one wants to be with you. Anyways, I mean, if I can see your boobs, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? I stand by that. I'm not saying don't have sex with someone you like, but I stand by that. Anyways, so she posted the other day, she was like, what's the point of having an open relationship? She goes, you're not even in a relationship then. So then I looked up the pros and cons of open relationships. I have my opinion. I know you have your opinion, so hold on while I read off the pros, and we'll talk about the pros first, which I'm sure you're on Team Pro. And then we'll talk about the cons. Yeah. So.
Money.
The pros of...
alcohol.
These are not the pros of an open relationship. They might be. Actually, they might be.
Okay.
Anyways, the pros of an open relationship, according to the healthguidance.org.
Healthguidance.org.
I don't know.
So it came up when you Googled
I Googled
it or what?
pros and
You
cons
Googled
of open relationships.
Okay.
Anyways, one is you get to be with other people.
Yes.
Jack off motion with that one.
Pro.
More variety of sex.
Let me go back to that one. You get to be with other people, but don't think that other people want to get with you.
Boom. But I mean, that's the whole.
Have I skipped ahead to the cons?
Yeah, we'll
okay.
get there.
All right, we'll get there. All right, go ahead.
So more variety in sex,
Uh-huh.
which is the same freaking thing as you get to be with other people. Duh. You don't miss out. What?
Miss out on what?
If you're dating someone, you shouldn't feel like you're missing out on anything. I feel like this is already... Okay, maybe I should have read this before because this is crap already. These are not pros. This is some stupid guy that's...
No, keep going. Keep going.
Making up excuse... Oh, it's casual.
Keep going.
Okay.
It's casual. Okay.
It's by definition a casual affair is what an open relationship means, apparently. This is the dumb... What, I gotta pre-read. You don't get bored. Some competition can be healthy? ? There's no guilt, in theory. Those are the pros.
Those are the pros.
Well, 4 of those were stupid and don't make any sense. So
which ones don't make any sense?
You don't get bored. Well, my view on relationships is when you're dating somebody and you're having sex with that person, you explore sexuality and you explore things that you both like to keep it from getting boring. If you have, like me and my ex, if you have... maybe once a week in the dark missionary, everyone's going to be bored and probably asleep. So that's stupid. You should, if you choose to date someone and have sex with them, you should both want to...
Bored is asleep and probably during thinking about someone else.
Mostly asleep.
Mostly asleep.
It's casual. See, that's what I don't like about it. I don't want to be in an open relationship, but I see why people choose to be in an open relationship. That doesn't make your relationship less relationship-y. Just because you both agree that you can have sex with other people doesn't mean that you and that one person are any less of a couple than Joe and Millie down the street. Oh, where the fuck do I get these names from? You don't miss out. That makes me very mad because when you're dating someone, you shouldn't feel like you're missing out on every single person that walks past you. If you're dating someone or in a relationship or whatever you want to call it, and you just constantly think about everyone that could be better, why are you dating that person? Because obviously that person is not have your interest. And then obviously you get to be with other people. That's kind of the thing. Okay, so those were all stupid. And I really should have read this. Let's see the cons. There is guilt. Apparently some people feel guilty. There is jealousy, which is a lie, because people that I know that have been in open relationships actually have way healthier relationships than anybody else because they're constantly open and honest. The other kind of competition, what am I reading?
Well, I would think that would mean that if you're with somebody and they know that you're going out and being with somebody else, that the competition would be who's better.
If that's an issue for you, if you're so insecure about y'all's personal relationship, why would you agree to be in an open relationship? Diseases and pregnancies, that's a popular misconception. That comes more from cheating than an open relationship, because in open relationships, you know who it's all open, people are getting, it's the thing. It's just like swingers. Swingers are very safe, they they do all that shit. Whatever. Okay, management and time. I can go for this one because if you have your main person and then your other people, how do you split up time between who? Whatever. I'm going to add my own con. Your partner may leave you. No, well, then I guess they didn't really want to be with you. And
Exactly.
you can go out now and find someone that you'd actually rather be with, because you were probably in the back of your head thinking the same thing. It's whatever. The one damn, now I lost my thought thinking about reading these stupid things. Oh, another con. You have your number one, so let's say number two. What happens when number two falls in love or starts to get feelings? So now, not even your one-on-one relationship, but the other people that get involved can now potentially be hurt. Because, especially speaking as a woman, because, we're all dumb. Even if a guy was like, hey, this is my girlfriend, she knows I'm doing this, we're okay with that, we're open, honest, whatever. This is just, a casual thing. I enjoy your company. We have good sex. Sometimes we can go hang out, but that's all it is. It's the same speech cheaters give. Oh, my God. Except the fact that the girlfriend knows. But anyways, so what happens when Barbie falls in love? What happens when she gets feelings? Now other people get hurt. That's a con that I would add to that list that probably trumps half the cons on there. I don't think anyone should want to be in an open relationship. I think if you're with somebody, they should be good enough. Now, I don't think all open relationships are negative. Some people just both agree they don't want to be monogamous. They love each other very much. They care for each other very much. They want to have sex with other people sometimes. Great. But I feel like a lot of open relationships are one party agreeing to it to keep that person in their life, which is sad, because if you can't agree on just having sex with each other, you shouldn't be in that monogamous relationship or open relationship or whatever kind of relationship. So I feel like a lot of open relationships are one person just saying yes,
playing around
to keep that person around, which is not going to end good for either party.
Nope. All right, we'll be back with more Danny Blaze. Her segment started early tonight. We might even end it early. I'm having broadcasting problems on one of our servers. See if we can't figure it out during the commercial breaks. So we'll be right back. Write the numbers down: 866-225-5401, 512-539-0357. If you'd like to call in, tweet at Mike Allen _OTA. We'll be back after these messages. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you are on the air.
Is your wife wicked hot? Or is she just cold? Do you just want to take a hot shower? Call Savino Mechanical for all your heating, hot water, and cooling needs. Savino Mechanical has been servicing Greater Boston and Southern New Hampshire for over a quarter century. Quality 24-hour service, reasonable rates, satisfaction guaranteed, licensed and insured. And remember, at Savino Mechanical, we are not comfortable until you are. Call Savino Mechanical today at 1-855-624-4280. That's 1-855-624-4280. Savino Mechanical.
Tune in every Monday and Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. Live audio on TuneIn Radio and Spreaker.com. Plus live video on Ustream.tv. From the demented minds at ArmedRadioGlobal.com.
Are you ready to take your webpage to the next level? Go to icegram.com and download for free all the tools you will need to enhance your webpage content for potential customers, clients, or fans. Capture leads, call your audience to action, skyrocket conversation and engagement with action bars, pop-ups, toast notifications, message boxes, overlays, and sidebars. Head on over to icegram.com for your free download. That's ICEGRAM.com. Bottom line, you'll love it.
Hey, Joe Rocks. It's Louis Avis, straight from Chi-Town. Call and talk about our website, www.hotsaucevault.com. We got everything you can think of out there, Joe. The hottest hot sauce is not for wimps, mild, medium sauces. We got barbecue sauces, snacks, some of our gift ideas and gag gifts, so you can go out and check us out at www.hotsaucevault.com. Hope to talk to you again on your radio show. Kick-ass show. Had a great time last week. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care, Joe. hotsaucevault.com.
Now, back to some ass-kicking shiznat from Nullsoft Shoutcast.
Hi, now I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk, 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com.
Cell 2G 2000 watts. Yeah, yeah. Every meeting in my bedroom.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hold on. You come on.
No, I
oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Oh, hello, Clarice.
Here's the numbers. Write them down. You'll need them. 1-866-225-5401, 512-539-0357. Tweet at Mike Allen _OTA. We're on one platform for all of you folks out there listening on Spreaker.com. More with Miss Danny Blaze live in this Central Tech Armed Radio Global Central Texas mag. I'm telling you, sangria is already getting to me. It's pathetic, really.
I'm drinking water, so.
Absolutely pathetic.
I have an agua. I'm not even drunk. I'm not even buzzed. I've been drinking water. I did have a little sugar high there for a little bit because, you know,
Yeah, those.
I love my Big Red. I need Big Red to sponsor my life. So I can drink it for free.
You ought to.
Like, hey, Big Red, can I be the
I will totally support that.
Can I be your Big Red princess? Because I love your product very much, so.
I want your product inside me.
It's going to be a little sad when I move out of the estate because they don't have it where I'll be moving. So somebody, that I'm not going to mention any names, that potentially could be sitting right across from me is going to have to send me care packages full of it to get me through the days.
You think so? Think that's how it works?
Yes. Anyway, so I know you have your opinions on this matter.
An open relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way I look at it, this is just my opinion. My opinion.
Error.
God, of course there's an error. Everything's an error tonight. My opinion is that relationships fail when people become couples. And what I mean by that is, you know, you never... If you think about a relationship that you want to have with someone of the opposite sex, or even the same sex if you're into that, and you want it to be a situation where they are the main family member, you accept them into your life as a family member, wife, boyfriend, whatever it is, that the foundation of that relationship is not sex. It's trust and friendship. Now, I've told you many, many times, I mean, we've become very close since you've moved in. You're my roommate. There's nothing going on because that's not part of our relationship. But the friendship that we have, the back and forth, the trust that we have as friends is what people should look for in a relationship where sex is a part of it, but should not be the foundation. Too many couples make the physical intimacy the foundation.
That's the sprinkles on the ice cream sundae. It's not the ice cream. You got to have the ice cream before you can have the sprinkles.
Exactly. And what they do is they start using that, and this happens to both the man and the woman, not just the woman. Although predominantly it's mostly the woman.
That's fair. I'll give you that one.
But it starts being used as a control mechanism. You know, if I get him to do this, I'll give in tonight and have sex. That, to me, if you are a girlfriend or a wife or even a husband or a boyfriend, and you even mutter the words, well, tonight, honey, I love you. I'm going to give in tonight, and we're going to have sex. Do you know how disrespectful and demeaning that is to your partner?
Yeah, that's really
You're going to give in. You're making a sacrifice to do something physical with your partner.
Oh, you peasant people, I guess I'll give you some.
Oh, I guess I'll give you some. Yes, baby. And you know, that used to happen to me in my marriage, and I see it a lot in couples now. And again, it's mostly predominantly the women, but it can happen on both sides, where that is used as not only a control mechanism, but also as a method of measurement of how much someone loves somebody. And then it becomes a game. And as soon as and that's when I talk about becoming a couple, because it's now, how much do you love me? Well, would you do this for me? Or would you do that for me?
How many cupcakes are you going to buy me?
How many cupcakes are you going to buy me? Or did you see what so-and-so did for their significant other? How come you don't do that? Or this? And it becomes a constant battle of trying to justify your feelings for the person that you say you're in a relationship with. And what you have to think about is, would you ever do that with your best friend? Would you, if you have a best friend, whether it's a best friend guy or girl,
do you think they're less of your friend because they didn't
remember
your favorite
take the eggshells out of the sink?
Some of my best friends that I've been friends with for 10 plus years don't even remember my birthday.
No.
They've known me for half my life. And
exactly. But are they not your best friends anymore because they don't remember your birthday?
Just the same.
Exactly. And why can't two people that enter into a relationship with each other, I would rather be best friends.
They're supposed to be your best friend.
And knowing that, your best friend screws up. Your best friend puts eggshells in the sink, at least cheese wrappers on the kitchen counter.
No, those are deal breakers.
But and you bust their balls about it, but it's not something that you're going to hold on to and use as like couples do, use as ammunition later.
But I think that falls back onto lack of communication. Why can't you sit down as an adult and be like, hey, this, I don't like it, let's talk about it, compromise or agree to disagree? Not, I'm going to pout in the corner and you're going to wonder why the hell I'm mad, but I'm not going to tell you why I'm mad, and then I'm not going to say anything for a week. Yeah. Why not just, they say a certain amount of arguing or fighting in a relationship is healthy. I say that lightly.
Well,
but I don't see the point in that either. What is the point of a screaming match when you can just have a conversation?
Well, there's a difference between a disagreement where two people
and just being nasty.
And I always give.
You're just like your father.
I always put it into the realm of the best. You have disagreements with your best friend.
Mm-hmm. Me and one of my best friends just got into an argument this.
But it's not going to be something where you're going to even give a crap about it after the argument's over.
No.
No matter what happens, no matter who thinks they're right.
No, we're just like, okay. Yeah,
but as couples, man, they hold it.
Mostly women
keep it. And because men don't have that mentality.
I don't think men can remember that much.
Well, they don't remember that much, but women do, and they bring it up, and they bring it up later, and it's used
as called a hurt locker. Whenever someone in a relationship that you're in does something that hurts you, whether you talk about it or not, just a small little piece of sand goes in your hurt. I call it your hurt locker. And when you don't talk about it and you don't get over it, that's when you start to build resentment, and that's when every little thing they do, you start to hate it, and then you.
And that's
I used to be really bad about that. I used to, whenever I would start dating a guy or start liking a guy, I would start picking everything wrong with him. And I'd play this little game of, I would take something like, he wears black tall socks. In life, that doesn't bother me at all. But for some reason, on this one guy, that I'm just going to nitpick that. And it's just going to drive me up a wall, and then I'm just going to pick everything. Why? That doesn't, people need to learn how to communicate, compromise, and if you and your partner decide to have sex with other people, be open and honest about it. But see, couples that are in an open relationship have that communication for the most part. I don't know that many people in open relationships, but one specific couple that I know, they've been very successful, and most people would look up to them and be like, I want that relationship.
And what's her name?
I'm not, shut your dirty mouth. But, I mean, they talk about everything. I mean, they are the epitome of what people should want their relationship to be like. They just happen to both like to every once in a while have sex with other people. Both people know about it. Both people are honest about it. There's no secret. I don't know. Me, personally, I don't want an open relationship. I can't deal with multiple men at the same time. I can barely deal with
one.
Without just... He has not annoyed me yet, which is really
no, because he's
weird.
a man.
Like,
He's a man.
I'm not gonna lie, I tried to play my nitpicky game and I couldn't do it.
Well, he's a man. That doesn't bother him. You can't get under
Who
his
goes
skin.
grocery shopping while I'm hungover on the floor playing video games and then gets me cupcakes because he's thinking of me.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Tell you, that's why we call him Man Crush.
But, I did try to play that game and I couldn't, and that made me mad. But then I was mad at myself and I was like, damn it.
Did he look at you like you were crazy?
He always looks at me like I'm crazy because I'm crazy. He calls me on it too. He's like, calm those tits down right now. He calls me on it. He doesn't hide it. He's like, look, you're getting a little sassy there. And you need to, it's never like at him or anything. It's just like towards him. Like, I'm not mad or sassy with him. I'm just
because you wouldn't
saying
dare.
it at him.
He'll put you in your place.
Because I'm just sassy talking to him. But I'm just like, he calls me out. I'm crazy. So I don't know. I feel like if you're going to be in an open relationship, both parties should mutually want that. It shouldn't be somebody wants that to keep them around or says they like it because they like that person. Like, why? Why do people do that? Why do people...
Well, sometimes...
I get that you want to find interest.
Usually that happens in a relationship where one of the two is a strong personality and the other one is kind of a meek personality. Yeah. And the meek personality really loves the strong personality and will do anything. And if that's a sacrifice she or he has to make to remain with that person in some capacity,
that's so sad.
They'll make that.
That's so
but
sad.
If you're going to be in an open relationship, my opinion... It's got to be mutual, and there's got to be trust. My whole thing is if I find somebody and they want to date me, and we start having fun and we're doing stuff together, but I'm very busy. I ring and outs. I'm all over the state of Texas. I'm not home every weekend. I'm certainly not in a situation where couples get into where every freaking second that you're not at work or not doing something, you have to be in the kitchen or sitting on the couch or in the same room, or it's smothering. I like to come in the man cave and relax.
I'll fight that every fight.
I like to go out back and smoke a cigar and drink some scotch. I don't necessarily want the woman in my life hanging on my shoulders. Yeah, go out and have a bro night or go do something.
A relationship is two individual people that have two individual lives forming one life together. That does not mean that those two people have to lose their life.
No, and it shouldn't be because that's the friend thing. That's where because you would expect that from your best friend to be on you all day long. Where you at? What are you doing? Texting you constantly, which is fine.
Now I think that's when you're in a relationship, they should be a primary, and you should want to spend lots of time with them. But you should still be able to let them go watch football.
Here's my deal.
Play video games.
If you're gonna go out and bro night, and you get lucky, come home to me. And don't lie to me about it. Tell me about it. That's it. That's all I require. And I'm okay with that. I am 100% okay with that. I don't care. I really don't care as long as you're home with me. And I'm your primary. I'm the guy. If it comes down to this guy or that girl and me, if I decide, hey, I want to go out tonight, and not as a control move, just, hey, I got a night off. I didn't know I had the night off. Do you want to spend it together? You ditch those folks and you spend it with me. And again, that's not used as a control. It's not like I'm not doing anything but go ahead and go out and in the last minute kill your plans just to have control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I get what you're saying. But the other person that's dating you should want that. They're like, oh my God, yay, like an extra time to hang out with you.
Yeah. As a friend.
Not like a...
Just like you would for your friend.
Yeah. Like, I'm not mad that Davis doesn't hang out with me every day. He's one of my best bros.
Yeah.
I'm not mad that Aaron doesn't text me back every time. Because he's working 2 jobs and going to school. He ain't got time for me. Because he's hustling.
He's hustling.
And making dope beats.
But boy, if Alan doesn't text you in the morning.
That's not. I worry. I'm like, I have this like lioness, like feeling inside, and I'm gonna assume. Just let me know you're not dead. That's my number one rule in any relationship. Let me know you're not dead. After that, I don't give a shit.
Well, we're going to cut it short tonight, folks. Thanks for sticking around. I'll be going home for my 30-year reunion. I'm not going to go another hour. I can't go another hour.
You drunk already?
No, I'm just frustrated and pissed off. Thanks for Joe Pardini for coming on tonight. Thank you to Danny Blaze for hanging out. Good luck to Heather Bumpus. Things will go Bumpus in the night. She's taking a big test tomorrow on her path to be a nurse, so we wish her well. That's why she didn't come out tonight.
Hot Nurse Bumpus.
Hot Nurse Bumpus. But good luck to her on her test tomorrow. We will see you next week, and I'll have a report from Michigan in my 30-year reunion. We're going to get this Primecast thing figured out for next week. Because that's just kind of bothering me. For all of us here at the Armed Radio Global Suit Man Cave in Texas, I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you have been on the air.